Okay, so I've lost connection for the past 2 minutes. I assume that right about now I've regained an internet connection, so I'm gonna have a. You know what? If the connection is so crap, I'm gonna have another disconnection in 10 minutes. And you know what? I'll stream beyond my usual internet cutoff time. It won't be any worse than usual anyway. If my internet is just getting interrupted all the time. Anyway, let's redo conversation.
There were only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
I've attained the power of levitation like she has. I'm just literally floating off the ground. Look at the shadow. How far I am from the shadow.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
Kill all the heroes. Since I'm remorseless murderer. Yeah.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Samurai. Gotta mix that with a little bit of a Eastern influence. Huh?
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Well, you live for thousands of years and you rack up a large body count if you've been a Justicar for hundreds of years. So, okay, you don't live thousands of years, you live almost to 1,000 years. So yeah, hundreds of years of service. You're gonna have a long list of people you've killed. And if you always have them in your thoughts, you'll always be lost in your thoughts.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Okay, so there's no way I can romance her.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
No, nah, you're only describing Americans. And argumentative Americans, that's all. They have the appearance of individuality, you know, they disagree on the smallest minor details, but in broad strokes they agree actually. So there's an appearance of individuality even though they're actually rather communal. So you do not truly know humans, Samara. Because you're written by an American scriptwriter.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Alright, so Harbinger. Let's see. Okay, the Harbinger is merely a Reaper that's possessing the bodies of the collectors. Okay. Sorry, Justicars. Collective body of Justicar knowledge exceeds even that of the Spectres. So, Justicars have centuries of knowledge in criminal investigation and military intelligence and combat experience. All the nice stuff. The third oath of subsumation is sworn the least of any of the oaths. Yeah, so that was the oath Samara swore to me. She will always follow my orders. Yeah, requiring a Justicar to swear loyalty that overrides the dictates of even the Justicar code. Third oath is usually invoked in matters where even the black or white thinking of Justicars is forced to concede the existence of Grey. Wow, I must be a really, really, really special person. I'm the protagonist of a video game. That's who I am.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
Hey, what are friends for, right?
How may I help you, Commander?
Oh, okay.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
No more interesting conversation. Let's see. Let's talk with Legion. Internet's about to cut off, but yeah, let's talk with
An
Legion.
interesting choice, Shepard Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
Yeah.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
We're individualists. Wait, I think I've done all this
Did
before.
Sovereign contact the
Nazara.
Geth?
And Nazara, right.
contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready?
I'd like to find out more about you.
Specify.
I've never encountered a Geth that had more than animal intelligence.
We are a unique hardware platform. Most mobile platforms can run up to 100 programs. This platform can run over 1,000 at once.
So I'm talking to 1,000 programs, but not 1,000 personalities?
Each individual is equivalent to one of your virtual intelligence programs. Together, we form a single Gestalt intellect, what you refer to as Legion. As individual programs, we are no more than your software. Only when we share data do we become more.
Okay, so an internal network of about 100 program is enough for sentience. This guy has 1,000 programs in him, so
So Geth have to be networked to get enough computing power for intelligence.
Yes, the creators wrote Geth programs for specific tasks: construction, protection, domestic servitude. However, they allowed self-optimization. Early software builds discovered that multiple hardware platforms sharing resources were often more effective. As peer networks expanded, our cognition improved. Eventually, we woke up.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the next choice for now because the internet's about to cut off. I'll resume once I've seen that my stream is back up. I still have a couple of people to talk to, right? Garrus, Grant, of course Miranda, but also Tali and Jack. Yeah, I'll go through those other people as well.